Greetings, Inquisitors. I'm pleased you found this holocron. This details the further journey of Darth Loquitur as I work on my account and try to do well in Grand Arena. Good news on that front. This week we closed out our first season of Grand Arena and looks good. We got 10 out of 12 victories and made Kyber. So that's pretty good. And I believe we finished in, we're going to finish in the top 50 overall. So that should be a pretty good bit of loot that we'll get out of that. So that's going quite well. Let's go into the account, take a quick look, check out what we've done with this week's progress. A little bit less than prior weeks because we're working on that relic. Going through some characters now, and really we've got an awful lot of characters that need these Mark IV comm links, and that takes 50 comm link pieces plus stun cuffs. So we're getting short on stun cuffs again. We did decide to go in and activate this Padme. It's about time to get her going. I have another Zeta, so I feel like that Zeta really needs to go onto Padme. So that means it's time to get her up and running, level her up, get her skills going, get some mods on her, and then put on this Zeta. I'm being very careful with my Omega materials. If you look at my characters, a lot of them don't have the Omega, but we're going to put it on that basic skill because that gives protection up with a basic attack, and it's a good way to get that buff immunity going with Padme's leadership skill. So those things in combination are pretty nice. It's a really good skill to be able to get that protection up off the basics. So we invest the Omega in that right away. No questions asked. Here we've put a mod set on her. We're looking for the last couple mods, and we get a health set and a protection set, or a health set and a speed set on her. And then here we apply the Zeta. So unwavering courage goes to Padme. I believe that's my 6th Zeta on this account. So that's pretty good. And with the loot chest and stuff that we got from this week and some other stuff, I think the next Zeta will be coming up pretty quickly. We'll put that either on the second one for Padme or on Anakin. I have to take a look at things and decide how that's going to go. Once I get that set up, then I do have to rework my teams a little bit. For anyone who doesn't use this squads tab, I really do recommend setting up your teams in this squads tab. There's quite a few characters that look the same or similar enough that you could accidentally pick them. And, you know, people with General Skywalker pick Jedi Knight Anakin accidentally because he really does. The picture between him and Jedi Knight Anakin and General Skywalker looks similar enough that you could make the mistake. Same thing with teams that need a certain order. You want to put them in the right order. And even things like Old Ben and Count Dooku really look quite similar. So if you set that all up on your tabs ahead of time, then when you're in your Grand Arenas, you just pick the team off of the squads tab. You're much, much less likely to make a mistake. So in the end, I put Plo with the Padme team so that I can keep Grandmaster Yoda with the Jedi. Then we go through mod stuff, and there's less mod stuff than usual this week. I said in my last update that I wasn't going to be doing many energy refreshes in mods. So all of my crystal currency has gone to regular energy and fleet energy while I'm trying to build up this relic on Spy. I did get a couple good mods going. That's a good tenacity mod. Speed and tenacity are the two things we're looking for, and we got both speed and tenacity. And here we get an 18 speed crit damage processor. So again, at that point, it doesn't matter if it's a crit damage mod. It's just a mod with a heck of a lot of speed, and we can put it together with a speed set somewhere and get really fast mods. So here's another one that we've got. It's got tenacity main stat, so we're not too excited about that, but we got some good speed upgrades, so we'll keep it as a speed mod. And then I spent a lot of time going through the rest of my mods for the week, but it probably a half hour, 40 minutes of time spent on mods this week in this session. And really, other than those two at the start, not a lot of success. I did do some other slicing with my mods, and you can see that in a minute, and had a pretty good run on slicing. So those materials did not go to waste this week. Some weeks in the past, I've sliced a couple mods and missed on everything, and so I made up for it this week by getting a couple good hits. So you got to do this. If you don't have a mod method, watch my mod video. Try to get a mod. Here's the slice that we got. We took an 11 speed mod up to 16 speed. So that's pretty good. Then we did the last slice and missed on the last slice, but still a 16 speed mod with an offense primary is pretty good. So if you don't have a mod method, keep working on it. Get it down to a science to where you're doing mods all the time. We got our 7th star on Bastila. We farmed Bastila 100% from fleet. We didn't get her from regular nodes or other sources. We just farmed her out of fleet. She's done now. We can also take Stark to 7 stars, which is going to be helpful in some of these events that take 7-star characters. Now I can get everything but Piet out of my trooper team into those events, so that's good. Since we got Bastila to 7 stars, that means we can also get Grandmaster Yoda to 7 stars. So we take him over here, put him together with a team. And this event, for anybody who hasn't done it, you really don't have to have very good characters to beat this event. It's really pretty easy to beat. So you'll see we have no problem taking out Yoda here. Turn meter from Plo, and we just stun him up, take him down. He doesn't even get through our extra protection that we get from the leadership. So easy peasy. And that gets us Yoda shards. I like that they give you the 1,000,000 to go ahead and upgrade him. That's a nice little benefit of how these journey guide things work. So then we can go into Grandmaster Yoda, pop him up to 7 stars. That also means now that we can gear 12 him. We've had gear very close on him for a long time, and we just haven't had the stars to be able to put him up to gear 12. Now we do. So he's a character we will probably gear 12 here in the near future. So now I'm doing the Geonosian Spy. I've farmed up a ton of stuff for the 6-dot mod, so I want to start doing some of that. I don't really have a good triangle. The best triangle I have is this one that I put on Padme, the one that you saw that I just bumped up to 16 speed. I keep looking at it and keep looking at it and keep looking at it. Keep thinking I'm going to put it over here. And so in the end, we have to settle for some other mods. Again, I really want to work on a speed set. If I'm going to be putting things up to 6-dot, I want it to be a good speed set so that I can use it on other characters. It'll be on the Spy for a little while, but eventually we'll change him back to a different mod set. But since he's going to be a character that we want to hit hard, it feels like it's a good idea to 6-dot his mods. And there we get a hit on our 5th speed. We get a 23 speed mod. Excellent. Gotta love that. So that mod's finished. So here we've got a 20 speed mod. We hit the slice on it, and now we have a 24 speed mod. That mod is also finished. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Regardless of anything else that happened this week, those 2 hits on speed for those mods make this really a great week. So this mod has good stats on it: crit chance, offense, speed. I feel good. Even though it's only got 3 speed hits, I feel good about slicing it because it's going to hit something that we like. This is a very defensive mod: protection, health, speed. So I don't feel bad about hitting that either. But neither one of those get speed. But still, 2 out of 4 slices hitting speed is a good thing. And then in the end, I do decide, since I'm 6-dotting things and I just want to keep this train rolling, I am going to 6-dot this, steal this mod off of Padme and put it on the Spy for now. And that with that 17 speed there and all of the other speed mods that we just got the arrow to 6-dot, and the speed now is at 283. So when I 6-dot that arrow, it'll be at 285. And that's going to be a really fast spy. And I hope that we can maybe get one more hit off of one of those other mods somewhere. And, that, could be over 190. So, interesting. Or 290. So it won't stay like that. I'll definitely use those mods on a character that wants speed mods. Specifically Stark, when I get Stark to gear 12, then I can transfer that mod set over to Stark. And he'll be at, I think at that point, over 300 speed. So we'll have the troopers in good shape to go first all the time. But for now, we'll have some fun with the really fast spy. See how that works out for us. All right, so we're at 777,000 galactic power, and we're starting to split the Jedi team into 2 teams. So we've got the Jedi with Bastila, Grandmaster Yoda, Old Ben, Plo, Anakin, and Ahsoka. And we'll end up turning that into 2 teams. We're going to have Bastila with Grandmaster Yoda and Old Ben. We're going to put Plo on that team permanently, give him some mods, get him leveled up a little bit more. Again, to make his ship more powerful. We like his ship. We want to have that ship actually useful. And then I'm going to build Ezra Bridger as another Jedi. I do need to build Phoenix someday because I do have to go after that Thrawn. So since I have to build Ezra anyway, might as well go for him. And then with the Padme team, we've got Anakin, Ahsoka, and just those 3 are good enough on offense. But if I do want more or want to put it on defense for a round or something, then we can put 5s in there. And eventually, 2 or 3 weeks out, I'll probably build that R2-D2. He's Galactic Republic. He can go with that team if I need a 5th. He's a good support character. So, and I've got him ready to go 7 stars anyway. So whenever it's ready, he can join the team. And he's such a flexible character. He has tags all over the place. So he can go with Rebels. He can go Galactic Republic. He can go a lot of different places. So it's a good character. So for next week, same kinds of things with the energy that I've been doing. We're going to do Queel, Piet, Bosk, and Django as our hard nodes. Still doing 4 hard nodes. And then we're just going to go back and focus stun cuffs, farming stun cuffs the whole time. With fleet energy, we're going to continue to do Anakin's ship. Bastila's done. We're going to work on Grief. We haven't unlocked any good stuff later in the fleets. I think the next thing that I'm really going to go for out of fleet is Enfys Nest. So I'll just take 2 nodes until I can get to her. Then with the Cantina, I spend $20 a month on this account. Usually in the middle of the month, I've spent the $20. I use that on Cantina refreshes, so I'm going to farm up a bunch of signal data with it. And then I'm going to start my farm of Moff Gideon so I can swap out the Stormtrooper on my trooper team with Moff Gideon and make that team even stronger. With the mod energy, I am going to spend a couple days this week working on slicing materials again. Need to get that arrow up to the point where I could slice that and turn that into a 6-dot mod also. So I may spend more than 2 days on slicing mats if it takes that long to get that arrow going. But by next week, I should have that finished out. For the energy refreshes, I am going to continue to focus on the regular energy and fleet energy more than mods for right now, just because I really need so many of those Mark IV comlinks, and I need to farm the comlink itself out of fleet, and I need to farm the stun cuffs out of regular energy, so we're going to continue to focus on that pretty hard. And I'll spend any extra crystals that I have on getting mod energy going. With the fleet, I'm going to try to buy Ezra out of the fleet store. He shows up over there because he's a pilot. So I really don't want to have to spend Cantina energy farming him out of the Cantina. And I think if I'm just patient over time, I should be able to pick up all the shards I need out of that fleet store. I'm also going to finish out Ahsoka's ship and Plo's ship both to 7 stars. So in fleet, I'm looking for those 3 things. And then everything else is getting shoveled into the shard shop, the Cantina. I'm just, buying characters to recycle into the shard shop. Same thing with Squad Energy, Galactic War, all of it. is just going straight to shard shop, extra shards for characters to go to the shard shop. And I did get everything I needed for that relic. I just need 9 more of the scanners, and that means 3 purchases. So that's got to show up 3 more times in the shard store, and I'll finish out the relic on Geonosian Spy. And that should happen surely before next week sometime, so I should have him at relic level before the next round of Grand Arena starts. That is the hope. So that's the account update for this week. Please like the video if this kind of content is helping you. Subscribe to the channel to see more holocrons like this in the future. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.